Hey, Tina, Tina. I'm looking for something to elevate. Thank you, Sugar Dumpling. I just want to come in and tell you guys that I'm fine. I just been busy. It was my birthday yesterday. I want to tell y'all like what happened, what we did. Why does this look like a unicorn horn instead of a bun situation type thing? Maybe I didn't do it right. Cause I swear it looked like a little unicorn horn sitting up there, but it's like a little bun thing. So I want to come in and show y'all what I got for my birthday. Cause it was my birthday yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. In case you didn't know, one time for the birthday chick. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, I was so over the top yesterday. Can you imagine? I was so over the top yesterday. Yesterday was so crazy. I literally drove my husband crazy yesterday. Um, but he didn't care. And he knows how crazy I really am, so it don't matter to him. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got for my birthday, and then we're gonna talk about what I did for my birthday. So I'm gonna show you guys what my husband um got me first. Okay, so he got me this unicorn because I do love unicorns. I love unicorns. But this wasn't what I wanted. I told him that I wanted a squishy mellow because I love squishy mellows. Like, I'm trying my best not to collect squishy mellows like I collect gnomes. I'm really trying not to, but I really really do love them. So I had told him that I wanted a squishy mellow, and basically told him like which ones that I liked and which one that I wanted, and he brought this and was like, "Oh, they didn't have any squishy mellows," and I went to like Walgreens and Walmart and they didn't have any. So I was like looking at this little unicorn like, like it was a consolation prize because it wasn't what I wanted. And I was, trying not to be um, ungrateful because I know how my husband is. He hates to shop. So for him to go to more than one store looking for something, I had to take that into consideration, even though it wasn't what I wanted. So, I was like, oh, okay, well, little rhinoceros, unicorn, hippopotamus, or whatever he is, we just gonna have to add you to the family. So, I had introduced him to all of the other Squishy Mellows and, asked them to accept him into the family, even though he wasn't a Squishy Mellow. And so, I went on to make my coffee and do what I was doing in the kitchen. And when I came back, this was in my here in my chair. So I was like, oh my God. Like I literally almost cried because this was the Squishy Mellow um line that I wanted one from because I wanted them, one of the ones with the cute hair because these are like the newest ones to come out other than the sugar skull ones, the ones with the cute hair. And now it's another one in this line too that I like. I think she has like a pom pom. So this is Kennedy, And these are the squishy doos. So it's another one with like really cute hair. I want that one also. So it's a line of ones with this little I think that's supposed to be like a headband, and then the cute um little hair. So she a unicorn too. And it has a tail. So my husband actually was like, do you want to go back to another Walmart and see if they have the other one so I can have two of them. The other one with the little cute hair also. So we might go to Walmart. If you know anything about the Bay Area, Walmart in Martinez to see if they have one, or to Target, because it's a Target not too far from us. So I got um, these two, and then my husband, no matter what, he always gets me the Godiva chocolates for my birthday. Um, I think I always get this one because I always remember this box. And then he got me another Godiva chocolate because I think this one had like the this one is the birthday. Yeah, it has the birthday cake bliss, the chocolate lava cake, and the red velvet cake. So Godiva chocolate, and then another box of Godiva chocolates, because he always buy one for me and then one for us to share, even though it ain't his birthday. He still, want to get one. And then the big present was the MacBook Air that I haven't opened yet because he wants to do a real unboxing with the camera, with our real camera, and um, the iPhone child, and he wants to edit it a certain way and stuff. So it's not even open yet. Like, I haven't even opened it because I know, God, I hate setting. I'm not the person to like set up stuff, and I'm really horrible at setting up and all that kind of stuff. Even though the guy at the store said that your iPhone should help, the setup shouldn't be that bad. But I'm dreading that. But my husband is home for the week. He's on vacation. He took some vacation time to spend with me for my birthday. Like, he didn't even take time off for his own birthday. Like, he only took the weekend Friday off for his birthday, and he went back to work Monday. But for my birthday, he took a whole week, which is really sweet. So, um, he took me to dinner last night. I'm trying to get this other phone turned on so I can see y'all comments. So he took me to dinner last night to this restaurant called, I want to say Flanagan, not Flanagan's, Fleming's, Fleming's Steakhouse. Um, Very nice place, very nice. Um, I'm used to like what Texas Roadhouse and Outback and Sizzler. I think we went to another really nice steakhouse in Brentwood, But we didn't order the steak. We just had like appetizers, and we sat at the bar because the restaurant part didn't open for like another hour or whatever. And so we had sat at the bar and just ordered appetizers because I was already hungry. And I got full, and we didn't end up eating at the steak, eating the steak. But, child, let me tell you, when you go to one of these expensive steakhouses, it is totally different than eating a steak from like Applebee's or the Sizzler or Outback or whatever. Because even Outback didn't compare to this place. I mean, this steak was so tender. You didn't even need a knife. And this is how you know you got a really good steak because like I ordered the 14 ounce, and I couldn't even take down half of that steak. So, I brought my steak home, child. My husband even had to bring home half of his. And I, was lazy and heated me up a piece this morning in the microwave. And that's bad. You don't heat up steak in the microwave. But honey, that steak was still tender and juicy when it came out the microwave. But it should have been, child, because it was expensive. Do you hear me? That dinner was very expensive, but it was good. It was really worth it. It wasn't like just like expensive for no reason. It was truly worth it. It was an excellent. Both of the steaks were cooked excellent. My husband had the filet mignon, and I had the, I don't know, something. Not T-bone because it didn't have a bone in it. So see, y'all know I'm not even a steak person like that. But oh my god, it was so tender, and it had some type of butter sauce on it. Like it was so good that you didn't have to add no steak sauce or nothing. It was just good by itself. And I ordered the French onion soup, and like I'm not a fancy girl. I am such a plain Jane. So this soup came. It had like a layer of something and cheese, and it was a ritzy, child. And it was good. And my husband, he ordered like the lobster bisque soup or something, so it was like soup with lobster in it. And it was okay. That wasn't really my zhuzh, but my husband liked it, so it was good to him. And it seemed like everybody was ordering this big appetizer that when they bring it out to your table, girl, everybody had to look because it was this big platter, and it had like crab and lobster. It was just a mound of ice. It was like this big old mountain of ice. And then around the mountain was just crab and lobster and I don't know what else. But when the waiter would bring it out, everybody would be like, oh my gosh, and look at was staring at it and stuff. And then, of course, people was like, when they put it on the tables, everybody was taking pictures. Not everybody, but the people that ordered it was taking pictures. Okay, KK was taking pictures of it and stuff. I was like, oh, honey. But see, I don't like lobster. So that wouldn't have been something that I would have wanted. Like the crab is okay. I'm cool with crab, but I'm not really a lobster person. I don't really like with lobster. Um, if I ever come across a Del Monaco steak, yeah, but you know what? I really don't like fat on my steak, and a lot of people say the fat do uh give it flavor. No, it wasn't a skirt steak. It was I don't want to say T-bone. I'm gonna look it up, y'all, cause I want to show y'all. Let me look up their menu. So the name of the place is Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar, and we did order um what is that menu? We did order a drink. Okay, a ribeye. It was a ribeye. I ordered the 14-ounce uh, certified Angus beef ribeye, and my husband had the petite 8-ounce filet mignon. But it wasn't small. It was a nice size filet mignon, and so was the ribeye. The ribeye was a nice size. It was really good, really good. So they have something called the tomahawk steak that I guess it's supposed to serve like two people. This thing is huge, but we didn't order it cuz I didn't know if it was like prime rib or something, and I don't like prime rib. I don't see what y'all see in that. But it was good though. Everything was. Let me see if they show that thing that everybody. Oh, here it is. It's called a small seafood tower. This is what everybody was ordering yesterday. So it come in a big old block of ice. They was ordering this, child. So it looked like it's shrimp, crab, and lobster. I was like, that thing must be popular because heck of people was ordering it. Shrimp, crab, and lobster. So this place, it was really busy. It it was nice. Oh, they had a sweet chili calamari. My husband was thinking about getting that, but he didn't get it. So they gave me a birthday card. I think I put it in my journal because when we made the reservations, they asked was it, anything special, and my husband put on there that it was my birthday. And so they gave me a birthday card. and I guess the waiter, the it was signed by people, the staff or whatever. So I guess it was my waiter and the people in the front or whoever um, had signed it, and the I don't know who this guy was, but he looked like the supervisor or somebody came out and asked whose birthday it was, and my husband was like, "Oh, it's my wife's," and he was like, "Oh, happy birthday, and thank you for coming." And so then he came back and gave me a box of truffles with a candle on it. I mean, it was real cute. I didn't. I was so full that I didn't even. My husband said he tasted it. Let me show it to y'all because it's so cute. So they gave me this little box with their little logo on it, and that's where the little candle was, and it's truffles in here. So my husband ate one of them last night. Oh, they smell so good. But I don't like dark chocolate. I'm not a really dark chocolate person. So it's dark chocolate and truffles. Ain't that supposed to be good, girl? I don't know, child. I'm gonna eat one though, just to see what it tastes like. The sirloin or low fat, and I'm not a steak person. I only eat steak for special occasions because we are really trying to um, go back to being vegan. So steak is not something that I eat on a regular basis. Like, I don't want to say vegan. I'm more or less plant based because I do want to every now and then I do want to have some chicken or fish. So I'm not gonna say vegan because y'all, some of the vegans just go too far with the whole veganism thing, and I don't want to do that. But I do want to say that I do want the majority of my diet to be plant based. Because let me tell y'all what happened yesterday. So I had, bought these two, three dresses, two dresses, and a cute little top from no, three dresses because one of them I'm sending to Tina. I bought these three dresses from Shein, and one of them I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to specifically wear one of them for my birthday. So when I had ordered them earlier in the year, like before summer, they fit. Now, I'm not remembering if the one that I really wanted to wear for my birthday was a little tight in the bust area when I first bought it. Like, I really honestly don't remember. But I don't think it was. But anyway, I tried it on yesterday and that dress was like, wear me at your own risk, okay? You can wear me and embarrass yourself when you get down to that restaurant if you want to. Because I'm telling you now that I'm not going to act right. So I was like, nah, girl, I'm going to leave you here because I don't need you embarrassing me in front of these white folks. So I couldn't wear that one. And then the one that I was gonna see if I could wear it because I even went out and hold on, let me show y'all this too. And I'm taking this back for sure. I said, Well, the one that I bought that I was saying I was gonna send it to Tina because it didn't fit me. I said, no, no, no. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy me a girdle because maybe if I squoze all this up in a girdle, I could wear the dress. Thank God I kept the receipt. Okay? Because this girdle is sure going back to Walmart. So I went out and bought me one of these what is this thing? I don't know, child. It's a cami, but it's a girdle thing. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna get this because this a girdle. Okay, you know, one of them hold you together. So I bought this one for the top, and then this to try to hold my stomach. Child, I put that thing on, and it squalls me up. But I didn't look a bit different in that dress. Do you hear me? I looked like I was being squoze. The dress was still like, so you thought putting that girdle on was going to what? Change the situation? It didn't change nothing. I look like a sausage. But I'm sure gonna take that and get my money back today. Oh, you gonna give me? I paid $15 for both of them, for the top girdle and the bottom. You gonna give me my $30 back? You sure are today. Okay, I'm going to get my money. It was horrible. Okay, it didn't. I mean, yeah, it did look a little flatter, but I still look like I was stuffed in the dress, and I don't like to look like that. So thank God I had this other dress that, was a little kind of made on the A line. So it fit. So I ended up wearing that one. And it was a little more flower ish looking than what I really wanted to wear, but you know what? I just made it work. I was like, okay, look, you are 57 years old. Flowers, you know, they're gonna probably be in your rotation. I'm just going to have to accept that. So, yeah, y'all, I'm 57. I'm 57 years old. Um, I 56 was interesting. A lot of things happened in 56. Like I cut my hair, I cut my dreads after almost 20 years. I cut my hair. This is the first time in 20 years that my hair has been this short. Like I don't even think before, no. I think no, my hair was a little bit longer than this before I started my dreads. So this is the first time in a long time that my hair has ever been this short, and I've kept it this short. So, I learned a lot of lessons in 56. A lot. I learned a lot about myself. Like I feel like I'm still learning about my if when you stop learning about yourself, you stop growing. If you're not constantly growing and understanding who you are as a person, then something is wrong. You're not doing it right. Because if you get to a certain age and feel like you know it all, there's nothing else for you to learn, then you're going to be stagnant. I'm still learning. I'm still changing. I'm not the person that I was this time last year. I'm just not. Like my thought processes are constantly changing, and that has nothing to do with oh, well, if you still changing at 57, then there's something wrong with you. No, if you're not changing at whatever age you're at, is something wrong with you. Things that I thought were right last year, I may not think are right this year, because the world is constantly changing. We're constantly growing as a nation, as a people. Thing The world is moving fast. And either you stay with it or you get left behind. And I have no plans on getting left behind. Now, of course, there are some processes and things that I stand on, because those are my core beliefs. But some other things are just constantly changing. How I look at certain things are constantly changing. So, and I want them to change. Like, I want to be able to stay in the loop with certain things. I don't want to get left behind. I'm 57. I'm on social media. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I don't want to get left behind. I don't want to be one of those older people that don't know how to use the internet, that just sitting around waiting on other people to help me do things. Hell no, I'm gonna do it myself, because you can't wait on nobody to help you do nothing. Nothing. You can't rely on nobody to for nothing. Like my son, my boy, sometimes I wonder, like, okay, what did I take a wrong turn? But I can't even, I'm not going to carry other people's hurt and guilt and whatever they got going on with them. I'm not as a parent, I'm not going to hold on to, and I used to do this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to allow my kids to make me carry their supposed childhood trauma. Because if you don't want to work on your childhood trauma and heal, I'm not going to carry that pain for you. I'm just not. Like, my youngest son is mad at me for something that he did. So he didn't even call me and say happy birthday. But that's you. That's that's your mess. That ain't mine. I still went out and had a great time with my husband. I still got a computer and a squishy mellow and candy, and went to a great restaurant and just had a beautiful time. That's you and your anger, and you caught up in, because we all have childhood trauma. We all have it. Something has happened to all of us. None of us had a perfect life, and either you are willing to work through that trauma, or you spend the rest of your life as an angry and hurt person. And I'm not going to sit around and dwell in someone else's anger and hurt. I'm just not going to do it. Because I've dealt with my childhood trauma. I faced it head on and worked through it. It's too many therapists now. It's too many ways to get therapy, especially if you have a job and your job gives you, you have medical insurance through your job. There's no reason for you not to receive help. It's too many ways out here now to get help. And we have to just, especially black people, we have to drop that stigma of, going to therapy. If you want to heal, you have to seek a healer. Or you just gonna be unhappy for the rest of your life, and that's not, that ain't what I choose. That's not what I choose for my life. I ain't trying to be out here unhappy and making other people unhappy. So my birthday was nice. We about to get back on the good foot. Deborah said I'm 60 and still right. Right. If you stop growing, you die. And you may not die a physical death, but you die a mental death and a spiritual death. So you got to still be out here learning and growing. Moth Mama said, I rented a neurofeedback machine. It's pretty cool, actually, and a good way to stabilize your nervous system outside of traditional therapy. Okay, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look into that. But I don't see anything wrong with traditional therapy. I really don't. I've always um, said how important traditional therapy is. Find you a therapist that you like. I've had black therapists, I've had white therapists, I've had male therapists, I've had female therapists. You just have to find a therapist that you connect with and go with it and find a therapist that specializes in what your problem is, because the last therapist that I went to see was a grief therapist when my mother passed away. This therapist specialized in grief. The only thing that we dealt with in therapy was grief, because that was what I was going through at the time. I've had other therapists that have helped me work through, childhood trauma. The therapist specialized in trauma and PTSD. That was her specialty. So you find a therapist that specializes in whatever your problem is and you work through that. If you don't like that therapist, find another one. But you got to find somebody to help you work through whatever the situation is you're going through. Because you can't do it yourself. Because when we try to heal ourselves, the only thing we do is repress. We push that stuff down and just try to keep going. And pushing it down is not healing. That's basically ignoring it. That's the sweep it under the rug mentality. Your house is not clean if you just sweeping all of the dirt up under the rug and hiding it. Eventually, you're going to have a big old pile of mess up under the rug. It's still there. You got to work through it and get rid of it. I was watching this woman's video on TikTok, and she was cleaning her bathroom. Now, I guess she must have lived out in the country or something, and they had well water. And she said that the reason why her bathtub was so stained, like it was literally orange. Her bathtub was literally orange, like the stain was orange, and she was using this stuff to clean it. And she was saying that it was gonna come back. Hey Phoenix, thank you. She was saying that it comes back every week. Well, if you're not doing anything to stop that from coming back, like people were saying, are you putting salt in, or do you have a filter and all of this kind of stuff to keep it from happening? If you're not doing something to stop it from happening, then you're going to be chasing that orange stain in the bathtub. It's in her kitchen sink, everywhere. You're going to be constantly chasing that, if you're not doing something to keep it from happening in the first place. That's just like therapy. If you're just repressing and suppressing those feelings, they're going to keep coming back. They're going to keep coming to the surface. You can only repress your feelings for so long before you either snap and hurt somebody else or hurt yourself if you're not working through those traumas. They're gonna come back. So this woman is gonna keep cleaning that orange stuff out of her bathtub until she either gets a filter for her water or something. And we're the same way. That stuff will Gizmo, Gizmo, stop. That stuff will keep coming back until we figure out how to fix it. Oh, my mom said you just found out about a year ago. You've been in therapy for years and only get so far. And sometimes we only get so far in therapy because we really don't want to open up all the way. We go to therapy and it's only so much that you really want to tell your therapist because you don't trust them fully. But you have to be able to just, open up and tell the person how you really feel and let the chips fall where they may. And unless you're telling the therapist that you plan on hurting yourself or you plan on hurting somebody else, it's nothing they can do to you. They're there for you to release that stuff. They're not going to look at you any different than they've looked at other people. You're not the only person that has come in and told their therapist, all of the things that's wrong with you. But we think that, we don't want the therapist to think that we're crazy or is something wrong with us. But we have to just get to the point where we just say, well, I don't care about this person. I'm just going to tell them so that they can help me work through what's really going on. Like I've told my therapist some things that I would never tell anybody else because for one, I know they're not going to go out and tell, my family or friends that, you know, anything that I told them. That's a safe space. You can say anything. And I literally have. And that's the only way that I was able to heal was to get some of that stuff off. A lot of stuff that I wouldn't ever tell anybody else. My mama said, I do love and trust my therapist. She's great. It's that she only does one real type of trauma processing. And we tried it and it went really badly. She has help with DBT mindfulness. But I felt like I needed something else. Yeah, I mean, I do understand that. Sometimes you have to either find another therapist to go into another direction. And if you really have a good therapist, like they can refer you to someone else that may be more into or may specialize in what you need other than um, what they can give you. Or maybe you've just gotten to a point with that therapist where you do need to see somebody else and then they can pick up and go from there. Therapy is a process, and sometimes it's a long process. And um, we just have to be willing to go the long run because we know in the long run it's going to help us. It's for us. You know what I mean? It's to help you be a better person. And when you're a better person, you're a better partner and you are a better parent. You know what I mean? In the long run, it's very helpful. Oh, she doesn't take your insurance. Yeah, and that can be a problem sometimes too. And I'm not talking about people that, don't have insurance and, you know, it's a financial burden for them. I'm talking about people that have insurance and can do it and won't. Those are the people that I'm talking about. Because I know that, insurance can be a problem, and I know that good therapy is not cheap. But I'm saying if you have the resources, if the resources are available to you, then you should take them instead of just not. Yeah, I do too. I feel like we have to accept ourselves at whatever um stage we're in. Like I'm by far not perfect, and I accept that. I accept my imperfections. Even as a parent, a mother, I accept the fact that, I was not a perfect mother. I'm not a perfect wife. I don't think anybody is perfect. You know, I accept who I am, and if someone tells me that, hey, you should do thus and so, and the person is coming to me, and I really know that they have my interest at heart, and they not just some troll on the internet, then yeah, I'm willing to look at that and say, oh, okay, well, maybe I can change, blah blah blah, and not be blah blah blah. But if you come at me and, like, some people here on the internet, after seeing one of my videos, just post some mess like, oh, you so stupid and you sound like an idiot, because I get those type of comments too, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm not changing shit because you looked at one video and came to some conclusion on who I am, and you have no idea who I am from one video that was 5 years ago. Like, I could be a totally different person and have totally different opinions of what I did 5 years ago. So yeah, I'm not going to change for that. Thank you, Kimberly. Moth Mama said, yeah, I agree. Tons of people with access to mental health care and they don't try to get help. The healthcare system here in general is, yeah, the healthcare system here is crazy. It is. And a lot of people don't trust the healthcare system. That's why they won't get help, because they don't trust the healthcare system. But you got to balance that out. If you know something is not right with you, don't you want to at least try to fix it? You got to try. Phoenix said, I was a non clinical therapist and it was definitely a job. So many families need intensive care, and sadly, many are comfortable with toxic behavior. They're comfortable with toxic behavior because that's all they know. They don't understand because they haven't seen anything different. They don't understand that that's not normal. That's not how normal people live. Normal people don't resolve all of their issues with anger. And if you do, you can get angry, but you don't have to become violent and disrespectful in your anger. because we all get angry, but it's a way that deal with it. Yeah, a lot of us do feel like some of those things are only the way that white people handle their lives. Well, there are some black people that are out here, you know, I don't cuss people out every day, and I'm not at Walmart, going off and cussing people out. Like, I was looking at a post that Funky Dineva made. I guess he went to Walmart last night and Walmart was like super crowded, or it was a lot going on at, his Walmart. And he got really aggressive and, was calling the Walmart people just all kind of names and stuff. And I'm like, what type of Walmart are you going to? Because there is a kind of, I don't want to say ghetto, but there is a Walmart in my area that is, where you would see people coming in with rollers in their head and pajamas and slippers, and that's them. That don't bother me. If you want to wear slippers in your pajamas to Walmart, I don't care. You all right? Because I'm there to get what I got in my toilet tissue, or whatever. I'm there to get my stuff and get out. And I've never been to a Walmart and anybody bothered me. You know what I mean? Like, I've walked in, got my stuff, got in the line. If the line is long, the line is just long. It's just like that at Walmart. Go to a Walmart in, what people consider a white area, and maybe things are different. Because sometimes we do go to a Walmart that is a little farther out, because it's one thing, we really go there because it's a super Walmart, and like they have everything, a garden center, the whole thing, because the Walmart near us doesn't have a garden center. It's just a regular Walmart, a smaller Walmart at that. And sometimes I like going to the bigger Walmart because they have more things there. So if you know that you're one of those people that have issues being around what you consider ghetto people, or crowds of people or whatever, then go to another Walmart instead of going to one where you're going to have problems. Like, I don't care about um being around a lot of people in stores, as long as people are acting like they have some sense. I don't care if you come in there. I don't care if you have 50 kids in a shopping cart and your kids running around, as long as they don't bump into me. Because yesterday I was at Walmart and two little girls were there with their mom, and they were like running around like two little maniacs. And the mama wasn't saying nothing. The mama was getting her clothes or whatever, and I was walking, and one of the little girls almost bumped into me. But the little girl stopped dead in her tracks and was like, "I sorry, I sorry." She was so cute that I couldn't even get mad at her. And after she apologized, she went right back to running with her sister. But she literally stopped and was like, "I sorry." She was so cute. And they went on about their business, and so did I. I didn't get on social media and make a post about how bad these little kids is, and you dumb blah blah blahs need to keep control of your kids. This little heifer almost knocked me down and won't, like, that is so unnecessary. Like, why? That just to me makes you look like just a angry ass person. I'm not that angry. And maybe, age has just got me to a point where I have just completely mellowed out. Like, I'm not gonna go to a store and get mad because somebody else is up in there acting a fool. Long as they're not acting a fool with me and they're acting a fool is not putting me in danger some kind of way. I don't care if you show up there in your pajamas, you're dirty, you just rolled out the bed, you got on a bonnet. I don't care. That's you and your life. And that has absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm not even going to be looking at you that much anyway. Because I'm trying to get my stuff and get the heck up out this store. Because Walmart act like they scared to turn on their air conditioner. That's my gripe with Walmart. Every time I go to Walmart, I be sweating. I feel like a runaway slave in Walmart. I'm like, do y'all not have the air conditioning on? Every time I go in Walmart, a hot flash is triggered. When I come out of Walmart, my head be wet. And I can't never wear my wig to Walmart. I can't be in Walmart cute with my wig on. Because if I do, I'm going to pass out. When I'm going to Walmart, I have to be like, oh, okay, let me put on my shorts and my flip flops so my feet can breathe, and don't put nothing on your head because it's hot as hell in Walmart. I'm always having a hot flash in Walmart. I don't know what the hell it is, but every time I get in Walmart, I get hot. And that never happens in Target. I don't get hot in Target. I don't know. Walmart must don't turn their air conditioning on because they don't want people to stay in there that long. Get your stuff and get the hell out. Phoenix said the crazy thing is African people didn't historically show some of the behavior we attribute to blackness. We got the rough behavior from the that were sent here. Girl, I don't know. I mean, I think we adapt some of these behaviors because of where we are. You know, we a lot of these behaviors are just coping mechanisms. But some of that is just who they are, like wearing pajamas and bonnets and flip flops and being loud and obnoxious. Is just who they are as a person. They just can't help it. Thank you, Frey Hall. Moth Mama said, I try not to shop with my kids, but I usually put Kingston in the cart. He's very energetic. You know, you can't stop kids from being kids. And unless the parent is, come here, stand here, don't move, don't touch anything. If the parent is focused on trying to get something and they know the kids are just running around where they are, they're okay. As long as I can see you in my side vision, I'm okay. And you're not pulling clothes down or destroying property, you're okay. These little kids were just, they were just running around being kids. They weren't destroying anything, you know, they just needed to be a little bit more careful around me because if it don't take much to knock me off balance because I only got one good ankle, you know. And if baby girl had clipped me the wrong way, I could have hit the floor. Now, had I hit the floor, I'd have been mad as hell, because I'd have tried to pull that little girl down with me. If I'm gonna fall, you gonna fall too. If you bump into me, we both gonna fall. Because I'm gonna grab your little ass and you gonna hit the ground too. And I'm gonna roll over on you and everything. Because if I get hurt, you gonna hurt too. You gonna feel this pain. You gonna be like somebody's grandmama fell on me in Walmart. She gonna tell that story for the rest of her life. Cause I'm not gonna be the only one on the floor. And then when your mama come over to see what happened, I'm gonna grab her and she gonna hit the floor too. It's gonna be a whole just a floor convention. And then my husband gonna come over there and he gonna be mad because somebody done knocked his wife down, and that ain't gonna be cute either. So that's why I be trying to be careful because I know I only got one good ankle, so it don't take much to knock me over. Yeah, I mean they were having a they were just having fun. So I don't really have a problem with them. It's like the kids that be knocking stuff off of shelves and pulling down clothes and taking toys off the shelves. And one time I saw a little boy in Walmart riding a bike, just doing too much. Now that's different, but these little kids, they was just having fun. Just be careful when you be out here, cause you be done knocked over somebody's grandma, and then it's gonna be a problem. Oh, like the violence and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, girl. I think a lot of that is coping mechanisms. Also, we just out here trying to survive, for real, for real. Yeah, we just be trying to survive. Even in, I think, in our violence, sometimes that's just the only thing that we feel like we have. A lot of people, a lot of black people have that "I'm gonna get you before you get me" mentality because we done been got so many times. And you may not even be getting ready to get me, but I'm gonna get you first because you have a history of getting me. Like we have a history of getting got. So we will get you, we will get you before you get us. I think that's a lot of where our violent nature stems from. Is we tired of getting got. So we get you first. And then realize you wasn't really trying to get us. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. So I got you. Okay. If you don't, okay, well, don't compromise your identity, girl. Oh, the house hunting is the same. We put in an offer Sunday. Sunday? Yeah. We put in an offer on a house Sunday and we haven't heard anything yet. So we don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But the offers didn't close until yesterday. Close of business yesterday was supposed to be the time for the last offer for this particular house. So maybe by tomorrow we'll hear something. Who knows? But I hope so. So um we haven't seen any um other places that we like. So yeah, let's pray for that one because I really do want it. I really do want that place. Like, I'm just so tired of being. I mean, I don't want to say I'm tired of being here because this is not a bad house. If you have seen our backyard here, the view is beautiful. It just stays so windy out here because we're so close to the water that it's always breezy here. Where we came from, like we came, if you know the Bay Area, we used to live in Oakland, and it's just the weather just seemed like it was always nice and warm in Oakland. Like I could always go outside and it wasn't as windy. It's windy here every day. Every day is windy. And that is just so irritating to me. Like I didn't realize how irritating it was until I dealt with it. It's just windy every day. I hate the wind. I hate it. At this point, I hate the wind. Like when I see the wind blowing, I just come outside and be like, I hate you. Go away. You go someplace else. Because every place else in the Bay Area is warm except for this area. Like we went to Walnut Creek last night. It was so warm and nice. Get up this morning, windy. Every day, windy. You go outside, it's windy. And it's not cold, it's just windy. Like irritating. Like why do the wind have to be blowing every day? But lately it's been so ugly and like it's not overcast, is the fire. It's because it's fire season in here in the Bay Area. So we got that layer of smoke. Is it on top of the fog, smog or fog, or is it below it? I don't know. I think it's on top of it. Yeah, I think so. So you can't really see the sun. Like it's not sunny. It just looks like it's foggy just all day, but it's not foggy. It's the smoke from all these fires that are burning like maybe for 3 hours away from us, which is really not that far when you think about it. 3 hours ain't that far. So yeah, that's been going on. Gizmo, he's up and moving around, but we're still, keeping him um resting, rest as much as possible. But he is up, he is moving, he's back to uh he's stretching, where you could tell when he's not, when his back is hurting, he won't stretch, he won't, do his normal little shake off or nothing. And he won't run around in the backyard. You can tell when he's not feeling well because he just walks. But he's back to running and, trying to be active. But we're still kind of keeping him in his crate, like he's in his crate right now, mad at me because I won't let him out. Um, we're just like letting him out to keep him in like a confined space, or when he wants to go out to the bathroom. Because if we don't, he will jump in the bed. Like he likes to be in the bed with me, but our bed is high and he's got to, take a nice little jump. When we move, we're going to get him the little ramp thing and hopefully teach him how to, walk up the little ramp or whatever. We just don't want to do it here because the space here is limited. Um, the bedroom, we're in the guest room in this house. So the space is limited. Like we're blessed that this guest room has its own bathroom. We have our own um, door to outside and everything. Like this is the perfect bedroom for us with Gizmo, because the rest of the bedrooms are upstairs, and we would have to bring him down every time he had to, use the bathroom. So this is a perfect room for us. It's just small, we just like feel cramped in this room. And plus, my in laws are really not pet people. So, they don't want Gizmo like all over the house. And so, we trying to corral him and stuff. So, we just want our own space. Um, so other than that, yeah, we're good. He's much better. And I want you guys to say a prayer for um my granddaughter's other grandmother. She is very sick, and I am so hurt because I really like her. Like, I really like her. We share a grandchild. Like, we share someone that is very special to both of us. And, like, that's, we had an interesting bond. You know, we both call each other Granny, and we both really like each other. And she's very sick, and my granddaughter is just so hurt because my granddaughter spent the first almost 3 years of her life with me, living in my house, and then um, she went back and moved in with her other grandma and her mom, and she has spent she'll be 13 in December. So the rest of that time with her. So yeah, this is difficult, and she's very ill, and it does not look well for her. Um, I don't know if she's in. They're giving her medicine to keep her comfortable. They said they have her on comfort care. So it don't look good. So y'all say a prayer for um her family and my granddaughter. Y'all know how much I love my grandbaby. And I mean, I love all my kids, my grandkids, but that Amani is different because she lived in a house, with me for so long. And I was, out of all the grandkids, Amani was the only one that I saw being born. I was there when she took her first breath. So, and, I never will forget even that day when her grandmother got off work. She came to the hospital, and the look on her face when Amani was born, when she saw her for the first time, was the same look that I had on my face, when I saw her. And in that moment, we bonded, you know, as two people that love the same baby. We bonded. Like, I didn't really know her. Like, I had met her before Amani was born. I had only met her like a few times. But in that moment it became a special bond, you know, for both of us. Just me, and we didn't say anything. We just, it was just this look. So she's sick. And yeah, I'm hurt. Like, when her daughter called me yesterday and told me how sick she was. Like, I knew she was sick. I knew she was she had been in a nursing home, but I didn't know it was this bad. And she called me last night and was like, I didn't want to tell you because, I don't want to mess up your birthday. No, you're not messing up my birthday, you know. So, y'all say a prayer. It hurts me to, to even talk about it because I really like her. Like, I love her. And you know, I don't want to see her go. I think my husband is making juice. I should take y'all out there. Because I hear the juicer. But it sounds like he putting it in y'all want to go out there? I'm going to let y'all see the kitchen. Y'all ain't never seen this kitchen. We going on a field trip. You making the juice?
Mm-hmm.
Did you find the did you find the mason jar? I'm on live. I told him I was gonna let y'all see, let them see you making the juice.
Oh, who watching me making juice?
Can y'all see? There go the juice.
So far.
That's our juicer, the Breville juicer. Did you find the mason jar?
No, I didn't even look for them. I was just gonna put them in this picture for now.
I want mine in a mason jar
Okay,
because it keeps better.
once I finish it.
Let me find these mason jars. So my husband is the juicer. He responsible for the juice. I I make my own smoothies, but he always does the
I do my own
juice.
stunts too.
He do his own stunts. So I did buy some mason jars to keep the juice in. So what we got? Oh, you doing it with the spring mix, ginger,
Celery,
apples,
celery, and
celery,
cucumbers.
and cucumbers.
This isn't all the ginger. I'm gonna put that old.
That's
That would be the ginger.
that's all the ginger. Can y'all see? That's all the ginger.
That's not all of it.
Well, don't use all of it because
We
I want to
got
make some more. I
we
want to
got
make some.
gangs of ginger.
Gosh.
I'm not gonna put it all in there.
Look
I
at
put
how
most
big
of it.
this ginger is.
Bigger than a hand.
This ginger is huge. I love ginger. Well, if you want to use a jar, stay right there. Okay, y'all. So I might come back later. Oh, because it keeps breaking up. I don't know. It's probably the wind. Because it's super, it's super windy over here. And when it's windy like this, the internet acts crazy. So I will see y'all later. I love you. Thank you for coming by to tell me happy birthday. Tina said, I'm